So what about the, I notice that sometimes when I go to some other blogs, there's the whole clean line look that some people get and some people don't. The difference between, their, and I think maybe it's on the layout or the design layout that you mentioned in the front. Is there a way that you have that kind of addresses that issue? You know what I mean by sometimes the widgets are too big or they're wrapping around or something like that?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Right now, that is actually not in here, but that is in my plans to add as adjustable widths of your content area and your sidebar area. You will be able to widen the sidebar to fit widgets. If you have a widget that's a little bit too wide and you don't want to reduce the size of it, that's okay. You'll soon be able to adjust the width of the sidebar in order to fit that widget. And since my empowered theme comes with unlimited updates, then everybody will have the ability to receive that update.
Okay, so hold on. Your theme comes with unlimited updates as well. So if somebody purchases the product and, a month from now you come up with some pretty cool little, plug-in or widget or something like that that's going to make life so much better for everybody, everybody else that's already purchased will be able to receive that update as
Yes,
well?
yes, definitely. They won't have to worry about their update license expiring in a year or anything like that. You'll have unlimited updates for as long as they're being put out. And believe me, Ken, there is a huge list of totally awesome feature-filled updates that are coming down the pipeline.
Well, you already had me at hello. I mean, the whole idea behind this, seeing that you can go into your back office, change things without having to go find your designer halfway around the world, was just huge for me. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that are a lot savvier than I am, but I'm looking at some basic stuff. I just want to get my content up and running. And every time I have this little hiccup with one plugin or another one, and sometimes I turn around and all of a sudden this widget just totally disappeared, just floors me. I just want to throw my hands up and say, forget it all. And here, so that answer was the hugest aha moment for me, let alone all these new cool things that you're adding to it as well. So I'm just thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, and I'm really glad you actually brought that up about the plugins because that's definitely a feature of the empowered theme. Is that all of these modules and plugins that I've built into it are tested for compatibility. So you don't have to worry about installing one plugin from a different source and then installing another plugin from a different source and then those two plugins conflicting and you're having issues and your blog goes down. So all of the things that I've built into it are already tested for compatibility. So that's one thing you don't have to worry about happening.
Okay, now that's awesome. That's great for somebody to get started on and to be able to just get their content up and running. Now, but I have a question though. What if somebody runs into another plugin that they hear somebody else has that they like and they want to add it? Can they just add it to them, or do they have to come back and contact you to add this, or how does that work?
No, they can add it. They can add their own plugin. If they find a plugin that is, that they want to use for their own blog, they can actually still download that plugin and install it themselves right over here from the from the plugins add new menu. And then if they do find a plugin that they value, they can actually submit it to us. To me, and I will look into it and possibly add it into the empowered theme, so everyone else can enjoy that plugin as well.
Oh, that is cool. Now I got it. Okay, this is hot. Now I got to ask you though about your theme update real quick. You had mentioned about when you release a new plugin or an update to the theme that you've just worked on or something like that. How is everybody going to get notified? Do they get an email? Do they have to download a zip file or something and upload it, or are they just going to get a flashing alert on their back office, or how would they know?
Right now, I've got a couple plans drawn up for that. For right now, what we'll do is flash something on their back office that will let them know that there's a new update, and also send them an email. That's how it's going to be done for right now. But I'm also in the process of um, building an application right within the back office with just a few clicks of some buttons, and it will install the updates for you. So you don't have to worry about downloading files and uploading them or anything like that. So we're going to really make that simple. Like I said, there's a lot of great stuff coming down the pipeline that are really going to improve this theme overall.
Oh, that's hot. That is really cool because I know that I get those updates from my plugins now that I have, and it says, click here to update this, or get this latest release, or whatever it is. Again, I'm not technical at all, but I get one from WordPress, and then I get them from the plugins. Now, I've done a couple of them before where it's kind of like all of a sudden something happens. I'm really gun shy about just going forward and adding the latest update or release on it. So if it's something that you own and that you have full information on, and you say if this is good to go and everybody's going to get that notification, I think that's huge.
Definitely, and before updates go out, they're always going to be tested with what you already have, from previous versions of the theme. So you'll know that the new update is going to be compatible with the current theme that you have, the current version. If you have any additional plugins, I can't really test those because they'll be unique to your blog, but everything that is already built into Empowered Theme will always be compatible with the update.